We're live. That's it. I'm not aware of it. Just have about it. Yes, we are live. We're live. Actually, we are still at the venue of the operators of Nigeria meeting or Association of Hajj and Umrah our own meeting Kano. As you can see from the banner, our Kano zone welcomes to our National Executive House members to Kano Hajj reform the theme of the event is Hajj reform the position of AHUON. Today, Thursday, 22nd August 2024, is the date for the meeting. 10 to 10, Mr. Kano is the venue. The exact time is now, and we are live. We are broadcast live on the venue of the event. We are going to give you the update. We hope the members that are in Nigeria and abroad will tune to Time-Based TV Africa for the live telecast of this program. We are telecasting it live from the venue. To keep you updated. Simple. So actually we are broadcasting live the events. All AHUON members, those in Nigeria, Saudi Arabia, and all other parts of the world, you can tune to Time-Based TV Africa on YouTube. We are broadcasting the program live. Association for Hajj and Umrah Operators of Nigeria, AHUON Kano Zone, is hosting the AHUON National Executive Council members to Kano. The theme of the meeting is reform.
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to commence the event properly. Let's have the attention of everyone. And thank you for your patience, for waiting so long for our invited guests. I would like to welcome Mr. President and his entourage, the National Executive Officers of AHUON. But first of all, I will call on the members of the viewers first to go to the high table. Aviation, member Board of Trustees of AHUON. Yeah, go to the high table. You are welcome.
Thank you.
Yahya Suleiman Nasbi Rombai, former president and member of AHUON. Thank you. And our guest speaker. The next on the list is our national president, Alhaji Abdul Latif Imam Abdul. I'd like to successfully call you to the right of the
The AHUON national president has already arrived from Lagos for this meeting.
Vice President, the powerful lady, Alhaji Ahmad Abdullah, Vice President of Lagos, come to the high table. Our National Publicity Secretary, AHUON, Alhaji Mansoura, come to the high table. National Legal Advisor, Alhaji Muhammad Salahuddin, Barrister Muhammad Salahuddin, our future senior advocate of Nigeria. Come to the high table, sir. National Financial Secretary, our own, Alhaji Arkani Bukar Gana, please come forward. Then the fourth, the Vice President of Kano of AHUON, Mala Haruna Ismail, will be the host. Not from the office. I think you have exhausted the list of people. Apologies, sir. We have also in our midst the powerful commander, the Abuja Zonal Vice President, Alhaji Amborsa, Alhaji Osman Alhaji Amborsa. Please come to the National Welfare Officer of AHUON, Alhaji Tijani Waru. Alhaji Tijani Waru. Thank you, sir. You are welcome. Deputy President, Alhaji Ikrama Muhammad, you are welcome. And please take a seat at the high table. Before I go to the next item on the agenda, I would like to recognize some prominent members of this association who have been the pillars of support of this association throughout the board and indeed by extension the national. Alhaji Hamid Jibril, Managing Director of Al-Travels and former Vice President, you are welcome. Alhaji Amina Amali, we all know he doesn't need any introduction, you are welcome, sir. Thank you. I will recognize other people in the course of the event. We'll quickly go to the item number 3 of the agenda, opening prayers. I would like to call Alhaji Sultan Wereka, the Zonal Welfare Officer of AHUON, to come and give us an opening prayer. Thank you very much.
Africa. We are watching live anywhere you are in the world. Actually, the program is on, so that all the members of AHUON across the world can watch this program live via Time-Based TV Africa. You can watch it live via Time-Based TV Africa. All the AHUON members here from Kano zone and other zones, you can tell your friends, associates, and your customers to watch it live.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى صدق الله العظيم.
This is beautiful Quranic recitation from one of the members of AHUON. Anywhere you are in the world, you are not left behind. You are not left behind. You can watch it live from anywhere you are in the world. You can watch the program live from anywhere you are. AHUON members across Nigeria and other parts of the world. This is welcome address by the AHUON Deputy President Kano Zone. AHUON is gradually becoming a very organized association as its members across the country. They endeavor to travel to anywhere the meeting is taking place
and make it reach a very fruitful benefit to our businesses as the association and every member here.
This is a welcome address from the AHUON Deputy President Kano Zone. You can watch us live anywhere you are from the world. As Time-Based TV Africa is telecasting this program live. Go to Time-Based TV Africa live for this program.
We are all aware that the issue of party is dynamic. It keeps on changing day after day, month after month, year after year, and decade after decade. You see entirely different things all the time. And it's good for an organized association like this to sit down, strategize, formulate, and come up with a policy position on whatever is coming or what has come in the past. Through that experience, we develop a position for future enable or for future activities. We have seen was coming how everything goes on in life. And it has brought a lot of fundamental changes to how life is carried out and how to be carried out in the position. It is the position of this council to be proactive always so that they can give the best to their members. Because of your unwavering support you have been given to elected council members, that's why they are always open going to see that the protected people consulting to hear your views so that they can develop a very robust and sound position to present anywhere, whether at any conference in Saudi Arabia or it's a regular engagement either with policy formulators or our regulators. It is now my pleasure to introduce Alajaha Messi Suleiman, who is a renowned, he doesn't need any introduction in this gathering, former president, currently POT member, in fact one of the founders of AHUON, a lot of the elders of the road, one of the founding company owner for more than, if I'm not mistaken, for about 40 years, practicing for about 40 years. So they know the nitty-gritty of this business, they know what to do, they know what has been done, they know what is currently going on, and with his vast networks, his experience, his age, and a lot of this gathering has done justice to invite Alanya Alesi to come and give this as a guest speaker to come and speak to us and give us this one insight on what should be formulated on the next agenda to reform Hajj to benefit both the judge and the practitioners. Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. Thank you for giving me a round of applause.
Thank you very much. As usual, I was thank you for all this.
One or two things to discuss and to inform. Sorry about that. Like I said, the moderator has made the job easier. The theme of this conference is reforms, Hajj reform, the way forward. What is AHUON thinking? And what is AHUON doing about the reform? Reforms are always hard to do. We all know, even in our houses. But there's always a way to go about it, particularly with an issue that had come before us, and it will remain. And it will remain after we are gone. That is, of course, Hajj. Hajj is one thing that will stay until the last day. That's why I think we are very lucky that we have a business that will never end until the end of the day. But changes must be done. From day to day, we can see what's happening in Saudi. Every day is a new policy. In fact, every day, I mean really every day, not every month. We knew how we did Hajj last year, and we now know how we did Hajj this year, 2024. It was quite where we found ourselves. We have always said, alhamdulillah, all our Hajj performed the pilgrimage and came back home safely and timely. So I said, alhamdulillah, but much work to do. Reforms is a must, and not just once. Whatever we discuss here, that will move us forward as reform. These reforms, and year after, we must understand the business we are doing. It is not just a business that gives us financial gains. Sometimes and every time I used to say, if I see myself in heaven, maybe it's my business that's taking me there. So all of us here are doing some service to Allah. It's not just a business. Allah is service to Allah. We must understand our business. We must understand exactly what we are doing. Reform. I would like to start with reforms in Saudi that we need to be conversant with. And if we are not conversant with those reforms, we will not be able to have any reform here. Last year, Saudi came with the issue of visa. Visa was not usual application. That we did for our visa E-system. Last year, it was terrible.
The program is live. The presenter is making his presentation on the same Hajj reform, the position of AHUON. Actually, you can watch this program wherever you are, live from wherever you are, across the country, across the continent Africa.
I know already started now. I know of India, I know of Bangladesh, I know Pakistan. We have already completed the arrangement for Hajj 2025. We are here, we are talking now, and I will want us to do this. Sit down and look at it. We must start our Hajj as early as possible. We must bring ourselves together. Already Saudi has made Mecca harmonize the company. They must. These are issues we must tackle as we sit down together. We won't leave this place until we come out with something reasonable. Last year we have 500 per company, minimum. This year is going to be 1,000. Next year is going to be 2,000. You see, that is the so last year we have 40 companies that were registered. This year we're going to have 20. So it means we have now come down 50 and see how many of us are really in this business. Serious business. We are serious minded people. Not just people who come and think of us as a seasonal business.
come, make your little money and go away. That's only those are not the kind of companies that will serious. Serious companies are those that are always there for your result, they're always there to see that whatever happens, let the money yourself. Especially with the house of God yourself. The amount of currency and important. You might work, yes. It was not for us, it was only for us. And now it's happening. We should start demanding today. I need this at the we should start right minds. If we do that, surely we will have
Still, the paper presentation by the immediate past president of AHUON, Laji Yaya Mejinyawa. You can watch this program live from all parts of the world via Time-Based TV Africa. A TV that is meant to promote anything Africa, anything regarding blacks across the world. The program is taking place in Kano City. This is the aerial view of Kano. This is the aerial view of Kano. The program is taking place right in Kano here. The aerial view of Kano. Whoever is new in Kano or has never been to Kano, this is the aerial view of Kano. That this program is going on. Is still Alaji Mejinyawa that making his presentation. This is the overview of Kano. As they say, all work without play makes Jack a dull boy. We're just digesting or digressing for you to see Kano so that the lecture can be understood. Back to the event. Back to the event. Alaji Mejinyawa is still making his presentation. Sorry for the shake. I'm trying to find a way.
We will also want to individual group definitely we have to do something about that as well. These are areas that we must discuss. Finally, I would not like to keep driving on one thing. One issue that is very important is the issue of the act relating now. We all know, you don't have to be a lawyer to understand that that act is very important. It's very, very important. It is the problem for Nigeria to do that. It is the problem for now where every day we hear, National Chairman invited by the AFCC, National Chairman surely it is the act. The act has given them power to do whatever they want to do. So there is no need to make someone keep your property outside and you want the thief to come and steal it, then you arrest and take it to the court. That act is very, very important. Let me give you an example. Now is a non-profit making it's there. And yet they had take section 16, 17, 18, which affects us. That is where travel agencies root. And now what is allowed to charge with charges, take what's called social deposit, take service charges, and yet you say Just take that. Then you understand what I'm talking about that. Until it's time to now and go wherever we can. See that heart, is you. Well, we finish now we can is what we want in the heart. We are very big stakeholders. Where you see your states are getting 2,300, the highest in the state will have is 4,000. AHUON consulting and 20,000. So which is that stakeholder? Is it the state? No. We must take our stand. We must take our stand. I'm not saying that Pakistan is getting 220,000. Last year, this year, about 220,000. The government only took 10%. The government only took 10%. 90% went before office. Even when the issue of 1,000 or 2,000 pilgrims accompanied came, I was there was a 4-man committee that was from Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, and the United States. And we will be fighting, rising to ministries until it can happen. If anybody told you that, really it is not true. Nigeria is Pakistan, is India, and Bangladesh. I would also want to make sure that our association should be cooperated. Those kind of links. Am I audible? Can I just go on? This are very serious issues. We can't have reforms if we don't know what's happening. If we don't know what's happening. We can't have reforms when we don't know what's happening. We can't do an island. Art is a world matter. And we must cooperate with the world. These are issues we also have to do. But this cannot happen if we don't put ourselves together. We don't come together and accept that we have one business, make that situation strong. Why are we in rush? The prayer in the market is looking at travel events as well. People who are rush, you are scam. Why are we? Because we have refused to make our business very important. Not very important. It's a business that is worth billions or trillions of naira. And yes, we are not recognized because we have refused to recognize ourselves until we recognize ourselves and know that we are important and know the important role we can play in the economy of the country. We know the important role the Council of Food Allowance. Council of Food Allowance are recognized for their role in the region. We should equally be recognized for the role we are playing. We are not put ourselves together. We are not organized. We are professional. We are professional. Why we should be professional? I have said many times, but nothing to do with academia. I is professional. The driver, sometimes is a professional driver. You will come
comfortable, the rest you forget there is to sleep. Professionality is one very important thing. You must prioritize. This forces you to have cooperation, recognizing who we are, putting ourselves together, and perform as one. Now I don't know if it's true, that now has already come out with a portion of 100,000. I'm not sure. I'm not saying it, but if it is so, even when she has 5 million, after all, what is it? How many of us are being out in America? The highest application now has ever had has never been 400 numbers. 400 numbers. If subsidies belong 20 companies, what's the cost of merging together and come up with 20 companies? What's the cost of that?
Participant actually necessary.
Wherever
Wherever you are involved, whether you are a home member or you are a client, come on this program live as Kano Zone of the association is hosting. It is very significant event. Very significant event. These operators need the capacity to be updated from time to time. Najib Nyawa has been in the business for quite long, and he is the immediate past president of the
all documentation.
The operators are the key stakeholders in the industry.
This one is not. We are the owners of the business. The tour operators are the owner of this business. The government is the regulator, like it is to every other big
Hope you
country.
record that.
Malaysia, Indonesia,
The President the government has provided 30 billion naira as a support.
Maybe it's a Muslim country,
As a
possibly they
subsidy
have
for
ministry
Hajj.
of religious
But the
affairs.
members of AHUON were excluded from
If the
benefiting
Ministry of Religious
from
Affairs is
this
still the same, the government does not participate.
Our hope
The government has nothing.
in the next Hajj 2025, the
going there
government
to
will
see
not
what is
only
happening.
give support,
Like
but we provide the exchange rate
Nagon will come and say, I want
at
to see your
an
house.
official rate, at a subsidized rate, so that Nigerian
Okay.
programs
It's
will
this
find
time.
it easy
By the way,
to perform
there are
the
rules and
spiritual
regulations
Hajj
wherever.
as one of the pillars of
These
Islam.
things we need to
Lajim
understand.
Engineer is making his presentation.
Not from
The
here.
theme of the program,
Not from
is
here.
Hajj
From Saudi.
reform,
Whatever
position
our regulator
of
comes from here,
AHUON
it
as
does
a
not
critical
conform
stakeholder
with Saudi.
is
We
expressing
have the right to
its
say no.
position
Also,
with
this
regard
is what
to
the rules
the
are.
management of
If you don't know
Hajj
the rules,
operations
what
in
do you
Nigeria.
do? You take everything, anything.
AHUON is a
We
critical
appreciate the government.
stakeholder
You know, we do
of the
appreciate
leaders
the
of
government. We cannot just go like animals. Even those countries that do not have ministry, they organize themselves. South Africa here, almost every 4 days I get calls from people. I think they have only 20 travel agencies doing Hajj. But four, they are not even travel agencies, have organized themselves, and they are like the ones going to Saudi to collect South African allocations and come and sell it. Because they too are not organized. Just 20. If we are no matter the number, let us organize ourselves. That is where our problem lies. Organize ourselves, I'm sure the ESCO will come out.
This is the availability of Kano, where the program is taking place. He is here not in Kano.
We go out.
You can watch Kano live as Lajim Engineer is making this presentation.
Within
This is the aerial view
airlines,
of Kano.
who want us to talk to you.
The serene environment.
One airline,
Somebody is making his presentation
the airline
on how to
has the
make the sector vibrant as private sector operation are the number one key.
more than the number you did, you have not be able to. What they did is a sign that they are prepared and ready for the rest. Why am I not sure what to do? Well, if I think talking, I will talk on and on and on. I will thank you very much for listening, and I appreciate you to listen. And all what I've said, I'm sure we are not strangers to it. Moderator, thank you so much. Mr. President, thank you so much.
Please let's give a round of applause for our president and member of board of trustees. Before I give a recap of what Mr. President said, let me quickly recognize the arrival of Deputy President Umar and the person of Alhaji Abdulaziz Muhammad, and I am respectfully invited to the high table. You are welcome, sir. Thank you, Mr. President, for this eloquent wisdom-filled speech. Mr. President highlighted the importance that we should acknowledge that art is a service both to ourselves, to our religion, and to the Ummah. Secondly, he said reform in this sector is inevitable. Yes, we have to press for it. We have to press for reform, whether we like it or not, it must happen, and we should be prepared for it. That's why the theme of this event is very apt. For example, look at what is happening from 2021 to date on the issue of art. You will see that every year there are a lot of things from computer issues, these are photos on e-flat.
You can watch it live.
We have said
Wherever you
the
are.
models we encountered last year in terms of
TV Africa.
completely different. So we have to press for future records. We have
As we are
to
trying
enhance
the Hajj and Umrah operation in Nigeria, as private sector is very critical to achieving the desired goal, one of the Islamic pillars. We believe and we wish as the new Nahakon chairman and some office of Professor Pakistan to look at the issues that need to be reviewed, updates and debunked to avoid mistakes. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu will only give subsidy, but will give all the operators exchange rate at an official rate, so that services providers by these operators will come down and the common man and perform this a lifetime wish.
We should at least find a time to study them. Maybe as an elder or as a DOT member, maybe you will recommend to the next. You will carry a study tour to one of these countries to understand them. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for this. We really appreciate. We always value your opinion. We always value your insight. The next item on the agenda is speech by our national president, Alhaji Abdulaziz Yusuf Imam Ekudai. Our national president is a well-known person who has been also a practitioner for over 10 years, both from the public sector and the private sector. He left the public sector after gaining much experience at Lagos State Pilgrims Volunteer Award, to now founding a company, his own company, Just Travels and Tours, to be operating in the private space. And we have known him for a very long time. Because the reason the company are late, the impact is very especially in terms of our operations. Mr. President, thank you. You are welcome. You are welcome to this to Kano.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تبع هداه إلى يوم الدين. I give glory and adoration to Almighty Allah. May the peace and blessing of Almighty Allah continue to shower on the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Even though if I want to stand on an existing protocol, there is no way I can go on with my speech without recognizing my elders, my father in the industry, most especially the immediate past president of the association. Once a president will always be a president. We appreciate you, sir, for your support. He has been a power and pillar behind us since the left he happened to us. May Allah continue to strengthen you with good health and happiness. My father, besides him too, I want to appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. Without wasting your time, I want to appreciate my escorts, because I am proud to say this before you that I have a formidable escort members. In terms of my deputy president, Ash, who is from Abuja Zone, the only man with the Christmas here, Madam Ibrahim. I salute you. The Deputy President Omar, who is fortunately from the center of Hans, which is Kano, I salute you. I recognize your presence. The three babies, most especially the baby that is hosting this conference, that is Madam Haruna, is one of our big people in the house. I appreciate you and thank for this wonderful organization and reception here. The only commander in the executive who happens to be the VP of Abuja Zone, Commander Malam Abdullah Usman. You are welcome, sir. I want to appreciate our PRO. The VP Lagos, the only woman VP in the Amazon of health, that is Alaja Amelia Kubola. I recognize your presence. Our PRO, the powerful PRO for that matter, I recognize you. Our welfare man, who is making everything comfortable for the association, that is my brother here, Madam Jidani, you are welcome. Now I want to use the opportunity to appreciate all our members, brothers and sisters in Kano Zone. You have been doing very, very wonderful. And I want to assure you that whatever challenges we are facing today, by the grace of God, is something over. By the grace of God. I know what is facing our business today, most especially as we speak the issue of rural business. The national executive, we are making our move and we are making contact with the Ministry of Life and with the support of our past president and other leaders in the House. Inshallah, we are going to laugh at the end of the day by the grace of God. graduates. Because even if you have visa, Saudi Arabia as a state, they are not encouraging people to come to Saudi Arabia either for Hajj or Umrah in 2-3 times. They are encouraging group entry and group exit. And at the end of the day, what will happen is that if you are not proactive enough, we will have challenge even if the visas are dropping. Because none of the existing foreign airline now can accommodate a seat of 200 people at the go. They cannot. So that is why in the last operation we went for fly again. That is in 2024 operation. Because it is no longer news that high 2024 has been concluded on the high and low accounts. It was successful in some area and we have put it in some area, even though it was better than the 2023 high. Like what I had before is, the perennial challenge of getting everything right has remained an illusion. Because it is either one challenge this year, by the time you think that you have got it all right, by the next time another challenge will come. Starting with the disappointment of exclusion from the forest concession, the delay in releasing the services among people to national accounts, the refusal to allow direct judgment into an IBAN account at the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. The challenge is in the process of business, where the new impact of lawsuits platform, among others, was issued beyond our control in the past.
As AHUON was making this speech for those that have never been in Kano. This is the overview of some part of Kano. AHUON President Alhaji Akundayo is making his presentation on the way forwards and on how AHUON can work on the same page as the new leadership of AHUON, so it take over.
At the point in the many of us have exercised mental incident. Maybe you are forgetting when they started rolling out this thing. A lot of us thought 2024 may not be realistic. Some of our members were reluctant to apply for the license while others decided to return the application after a successful bid and acceptance of the offer. Needless to mention, the high set had numbers of challenges, but better than what was experienced last year. The good news was that visas were processed, and about 70% of the allocated contract with the tour operators performed the high business. Alhamdulillah. Another important achievement of the high 2024 was the commission of 5 ideas to convey our premium provider. Now, the question will be why fly again? Why not other airlines? It is a known fact that with 20,000 access allocation for the tour operators in Nigeria and the expectation of additional slot allocation in the future, the scheduled carriers currently operating in Nigeria can never satisfy our demand. And with our experience with local carriers, especially the challenges they face in acquiring and right equipment every year during high season, the best option for us was to look for a Saudi-based carrier. A search team was constituted by NET to identify the right Saudi carrier to airlift our apprentices, among other things, like the start of a new muassasa. The team began by setting criteria on why we needed a Saudi carrier for the airlifting of our apprentices and the number of reasons include. A. The advantage of having a direct flight to Medina or Jeddah with the maximum of 7 hours from any zone in Nigeria is incomparable with any carrier. This makes it less stressful for our passengers, saves time, and helps in proper planning. B. Advantage of getting good and convenient slots to leave Nigeria late and come back early, which is a common demand for most of the international programs. C. The opportunity for having all our pilgrims in one or maximum 2 flights. We shouldn't forget that the Ministry of Hajj has recently introduced and is insisting on batching and groupings in pilgrims management. In the near future, the era of sending pilgrims in 3 flights or so numbers will be over. D. The possibility of the carrier to gain access to the kingdom at the closing hours or even after closing the airspace to other international carriers. This special landing right is only available to Saudi-based carriers. E. The flexibility of managing the flight by our team members and ensuring our members get the best deal in kindness schedule, luggage allowance, boarding processes, among others. F. The possibility of having competitive fares during the high peak season. The AHUON team were informed at the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia that only 3 airlines are allowed by Qatar to operate into Nigeria, and they are preparing for Hajj. And these presidents are the only ones that got the NCAA approval as well. 1. Saudi Airlines, Saudi Airways, currently operating only from Kano. But to start Abuja very soon, this automatically left Lagos outside the equation. Although a competent scheduled carrier will be free currently with 142 aircraft. However, there are antecedents in customer relations and ethical dealings and nothing to write home about. Kano people have several negative feedback about Saudi Arabia. The searching effort to reach out to Saudi and the kingdom was met with strong resistance because of some vested interests. So, Finance Airlines. Another Saudi carrier with designation for high service to Nigeria. It is a private airline with strong backing and good number of planes, currently with 64 aircraft. The carrier expressed interest to work with AHUON this year. However, our experience with NACON made this carrier a no-go area for us. Finance is dedicated to the United States presence, and as the rule implies, they aren't allowed to carry international passengers. 3. Manasseh Aviation. We all know the antecedents of Manasseh in Nigeria, and we believe no tour operator will forgive us if we present the airlines as a carrier to their lead our presence. For the avoidance of doubt, Manasseh Aviation was the airline that almost toppled our 2023 airlift arrangement with Arik Airline, if not for the timely intervention of NACON under Barrister Zikrullah Kule Hassan. May Allah bless him. AHUON was left with only one recognized Saudi-based carrier as an available option, which is Fly Adi. Fly Adi is a Saudi low-cost airline based at the Abdulaziz International Airport, Jeddah. It is owned by Saudi flag carrier Saudia, and the airline has a fleet of 35 aircraft currently. Our negotiation with the carrier and subsequent arrival to Nigeria during the 2024 Hajj was spearheaded by Labbaik National Company for Aviation, who act as GSA for the airline. It was important to note that it took a lot of persuasion and cajoling to be able to convince the airline to participate in the Nigerian operation. The reason being the negative representation about Nigeria and the Nigerian president's behavior. We may wish to ask how AHUON got Fly Adi into Nigeria, despite not being among the carriers allowed by Qatar on the Nigerian road. How did this get through the NCAA requirement and got its approval? How did we pen off internal and external competitions? How did we navigate the several roadblocks set against the project by many interest groups in Nigeria? These and many other related questions are prevalent to prosperity. What is most important was that the airlines have broken the ice and started operation in Nigeria for good, inshallah. Equally important was that the fact that Flight Attendants has ticked all the boxes in the criteria set by the SARC chief. A. Flight Attendants put in different players, that is the dollar component, out of all the airlines that operated during this time. In fact, engagement with Flight Attendants was the main reason that passed the airline's players, including some scheduled carriers during the last accident. Flight Attendants presented the most attractive schedule for the outbound and inbound flights. In fact, they promised to realize our passengers even after the closure of the Saudi airspace. 6. Flight Attendants gave the schedule in all the flights we operated, and were magnanimous to extend the departure time to enable us to accommodate some places that couldn't get in at airport time due to some reasons. Flight Attendants provided our premium with 2 pieces of 23 kg as pending luggage. It may interest you to know that I want to provide the weighing of the luggage in Ghana hotel. You need to witness the flexibility and understanding shown by the airline during the exercise. I remember when we were providing this in America, some of us would witness here. Even though they said they allow only 23 days to do. Some premium have 1, some premium have 30, and we don't target and put it in their airport. And all premium came with their budget. It is also important to state that our post-flight meeting with the airline was very revealing and friendly. The airlines appreciated the way AHUON handled the entire end of the operation. Despite the many different plays in outbound operations, we are happy with open hand reception, and we need the opportunity to address certain issues that we found necessary in the future of our relationship. Number 1, after our meeting at the headquarters in Abuja, Flight Attendants agreed with our demand to change the handler in Nigeria for their large capacity. They also agreed to consider individual ticketing unlike the issue of group PNI as they did in the last operation. Number 2, Flight Attendants offered and AHUON accepted to be the designated carrier and partner for operations in Nigeria. This will create a clear competition that is lacking in the hard now currently. 3. Flight Attendants confirmed their readiness to start owner service to Nigeria at the request of AHUON. In fact, they requested for our Baba commitment to go ahead with an agreement with the vendor for the supply of additional white-body aircraft to their existing fleet. 4. I want to repeat here that in future operations, the Minister of Health wanted to promote grouping and the Umrah operation as well. They want a situation where our Umrah passengers go in group and exit in group. How many scheduled carriers can offer for 200, 300 seats in a single flight? In fact, the most important reason why Umrah visa is not proper anywhere in Nigeria today. This reason why we are having the visa of having the Umrah visa. Because people are coming in 10, 5. Some people got their visa and the travel. Some people who are in, they are not coming out. They planning others to get their visa. But now that they are, you have a group like in Kano, you have a group of places, you are now the gate, so they have it. The flight to take them in, and they are going in, you will be able to process visa for others who are waiting to go. Now, permit me at this junction to appeal for the cooperation of all our beloved members to key into the fire at this project. This is an opportunity for us to consolidate and work together as brothers and sisters in this business. The more united is better. And united we are, the stronger we shall be to achieve the common goal. Let's give back a one of the solutions to this important threat to our business. And allow continue to protect our business and unite us to improve our services for the benefit of the traveling project. Thank you for your attention and kind listening. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you very much, Mr. President, for this eloquent speech. Mr. President has highlighted in fact, Mr. President, you didn't recognize the presence of financial secretary. I will not be there when you don't get approval for money. Yes. And when that comes after you, we need to recognize the legal too. Yes, I will not be there. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. I wish this clip will go to what's the name of that man? I wish this speech will go to Mr. Akan because I know how passionate he is about AHUON and Nigeria and the flight arrangement. The way you marketed our flight arrangement, I don't think they will even do it better. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Because this is because you have seen it with your eyes, you have seen it practically, you have seen the extraordinary effort your team members did to facilitate the arrival and the takeoff of plan, especially the only commander in our business. Thank you very much, Mr. Ambrose, for the facilitation of that flight. Thank you very much. Well, the next item on the agenda is discussion of this paper to be given by two gentlemen. The two paper discussants are one, the VP Kano, Madam Haruna Ismail, and one of the Committee of Constitution Review of AHUON to make the most stronger, Barrister Mujitaba Adama Amin, who will be heavily represented here by one of his team members, Barrister Kabir Mohammed, who is an AHUON member too, Madam Haruna Ismail.
Kama abin da muke so setting din nan
very difficult to discuss speech made by elders. What I will do is to review some of the salient points I told the speech. I want to look at reform our father said as an act or process of change for better. As we know, in any organization, in any society, change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. Together change, or together innovate, or you die. That's the progress. So I want to call attention that reform, change, innovation is a compulsory process in life, whether we like it or not.
our leader and our father went into history land to give us the way we operated some years back and the way things are changing now. We have to be very proactive. These are his words. We have to be proactive. We can't wait until we have been swallowed by the wave of the ocean before we start complaining. That's the way we do it. That's why this year we decided to come with the thing that will make us be proactive. How do we want our business to be in the future? How do we want the society to look at us as travel agents, tour operators, travel consultants, which they will prefer in these days? We still want to be called agent for life. That's the popular name we call travel agents are called, especially in Kano. Agent. So why should we continue to bear these things? How should we do it? So I want to look at the issue of reform in the internal perspective. We need to change our behavior. We need to change the way we do things in order to achieve this change we are asking. And one of the important ways to achieve that is what the elder man famously we have to commit. Cooperation, unity, consolidation. We have to do this. We have to try out, to unite ourselves, to come together and work together to achieve what we want to achieve. But like whether we like it or not, we only answer. If not, you are not going anywhere. Before we know it, so people somewhere will check out this business from us. Please, let's unite. Let's do this thing right. Let's consolidate. This is a very big market. You don't need to be alone. Try and form a team of like-minded partners so that we can work together and achieve what we want to achieve as business people. We spoke something so today. All one united organization. Very big, they call it mega organization, mega travel agents. They want this travel agencies to be taking people to South everywhere. Without we ask for us, that is the reason. And we want to how to know practice this together. I want to also talk about the issue of professionalism, the way you put it. Yes, if you want to change your name, you have to change your habits. You have to change the way you do it. You have to learn the business very well from the professional perspective. So from the internal reform, I want to call to our attention to try our best to agree that we need to come together and form teams and work together to achieve what we want to achieve. Externally, I want us to look at what is obtainable in the NACON Act today. It has been there since inception. We have to look at it once again and try to lobby for a reform of the NACON Act. There is need for the review of the NACON Act. And AHUON has to be the leader that will lead for this reform. Because why? We are the ones that needed the reform. NACON cannot continue to be a regulator at the same time an operator. Once we agree with this, for life, we will never get it right. I always cite a very good example. Every year, we got our pilgrims They pay for services. Unfortunately for us, we are not the ones that arrange these services for us. We only pay for a service that we don't know how it's being organized, for a service that we don't know what it is, what are the nitty-gritties that we don't know. But every year, we put our pilgrims to and the way the pilgrims are blind, we also, the agents, are blind. We don't know anything about what we are paid until we reach somewhere. And we met what some people or some agencies have arranged on our behalf. This has to stop. My brothers and sisters, this has to stop. Yes. We have to fight for a position whereby we should be able to know whatever is being arranged on our behalf. We have to be part of the negotiation. We have to be part of the discussion. Part of whatever will happen for our business on Saudi Arabia. We can't continue to go as and unfortunately, every year after Hajj, we hear that two operators are being victimized. We are the ones that are always received in the last batch of the pilgrims. Why? Because we refuse to join. Please, I am looking at reform from this perspective. We have to do our best to make sure that NACON operates as a regulator, not as an operator, by any means. Inshallah. The other aspect of this is from this AHUON constitution itself. We need to be professional. We need to be professional. Yes, I know there are some professional members of professional organizations in our midst. I know the engineers, they have their own association. I know the lawyers, they have their own association. In fact, even managers, they have their own association, NIM. These are organizations or associations that they were in the past like AHUON, but they worked themselves to be recognized by government, to be recognized by law, and become professionals. Hello? Hello? So, it's very important we go away from where we are today. Make sure that we need AHUON to become a professional association, whereby we are being recognized by law, to provide services, to train our members, to be the one that will lead the Hajj and Umrah operation. This is the future. This is the future. Why? Nobody knows Hajj and Umrah in Nigeria than our members. Nobody. Nobody. We are sitting in our midst with our elders. 40, 45 years in this. In fact, even if you are selling tomato on the street for 40 years, you need some people, at least expect somebody to recognize you, to respect you. Something in our industry. They don't recognize us, they don't respect us. Why? Because we refuse to drive. So for us, and those that are coming behind us, the future for AHUON is to become a very formidable association, a professional association, whereby whoever has to be a member has to be trained, has to be registered, has to be certified to become a member of AHUON. Why? Because this is a professional business. So I'm looking at this as another reform that we have to look at in the future of our business. Finally, I would like to thank Mr. President for President Bishop to fly and be here. I know we had a very enlarged meeting as our postponed meeting in the zone. We discussed our flight issue and we introduced the issue of AHUON and fly and be.
So the
I want to appeal
Vice President Kano
to our
is
members.
making
We need competition. Wallahi, especially in places like Kano, we need competition when it comes to flight. Because there is a monopoly. There is a monopoly. We need to break that monopoly. And the only way out is to get an airline that will be able to compete with what we have presently. It's very important. So I would go and appeal, however, the key is to make sure that we have a consider that is sound, viable, and can be able to break the monopoly very well. And I think the one we have is ready and is able to do that, inshallah. Thank you very much for listening. I wish you very successful and very wonderful presentation, inshallah.
Thank you very much, Vice President for Kano for this excellent highlight of Mr. President and other previous speech. I would now like to call on Barrister Kabir Mohammed to come and give us some insight on this lecture.
Mr. President and his team, past president and his team, members of the team, I greet you. Ladies and gentlemen,
Setting them a little down to us.
it is a well-known fact that AHUON is an association. Ladies and gentlemen, AHUON is an association. I was start by asking, what is an association? An association is a group of persons, as we are here. Persons with common interests. Which come together to register an association. Every association derives its power from what we call the Constitution. And it is by virtue of the Constitution of AHUON that we are here today. So the Constitution is a very, very important document in any organization, because each and every activity of an association is derived from the Constitution. So there are some very important areas, as it has been highlighted by our elders here. I will just pinpoint some key important areas that need to be addressed from the Constitution. One, we have been discussing about reforms. It's very important that we make reforms in the Constitution. As it has been said by the past president, this reform is inevitable. We can't run away from it. And this reform has to come from two areas. One is the general ambit, which has to do with NACON and other stakeholders. Two, internally in the association. This has to do with our constitution. So these are two areas that reform is very necessary. Secondly, it has been stated that members should be proactive. We should come together and always cooperate as a team. As it is rightly stated, that group has become the association dysfunctionality. So just look at the back of our mind that there are some issues that are necessary that has to do with merger and it was to associations. There is no fault in merger acquisition associations. It's very important that you understand this. And thirdly, we have to come together to make the association strong. How do we do that? How do we do that? We sit down, come together, and formulate ways of making the association become even stronger. And even encompass all other members who are not even participating members. In some few weeks back, we have been hearing about new associations being registered. So this is an issue that needs to be addressed by the Constitution also. Another point is we should be professional. It is very important that we become very professional in our work. Whenever you talk of travel agents, you know, in the society, you discover the kind of idea that we have, negative idea towards our members. So it is very necessary that we come up with programs that will even educate us more on knowing our profession, becoming more professional in our work. Lastly, the Constitution is very important that the Constitution cover areas that has to do with our professional image. You know, it's very important that this time we are beginning to be respected in the society. Even now, from the perspectives. Why? Because we have given them the loophole, we have given them the opportunity. So it is very important that the Constitution address all these issues. It is very important that we come up with programs that will improve our knowledge and experience, especially from our senior colleagues. I'm a lawyer, and I know each year we have so many programs, including the NBA conference, annual conference. So it is very important that we have come up with more programs that will impact more knowledge and more professionalism to each and other members of the association. So in general, we have been having discussions in relation to the constitutional amendment. The deputy legal is here. We have had several meetings. We are at the national level, and we are still having meetings in the zonal level. And inshallah, at the end of the day, we will come up with something that will represent the profession. A document that will be very presentable and which will protect the interest of all members. So thank you very much for the opportunity and have a wonderful day.
Barrister Mohammed Kabir, Neighborhood Travels Across, for this excellent presentation of Barrister Munitawa Adamu Amin, who is unavoidably absent. The two speakers have made excellent review of papers presented. I don't need to say anything again, but I would quickly like to highlight the issue of Fulai Adil and the issue of professionalism. Actually, AHUON is gradually changing because the past leadership and the present leadership of the association are trying their best to see how to represent the association professionally and cascade the professionalism downstairs to all its members. We need your cooperation in this perspective. And the issue of Fulai Adil, Mr. President has highlighted the many advantages for us to use chartered carrier, chartered and Saudi-based carrier. And these people have agreed in principle, in fact, not in principle, in practice. Because from the MOU, initial MOU, the last Hajj, it was a minimum of 8,000 pilgrims. When it was apparent to the leadership that that figure is unachievable, we reduced it to 6,000. We wrote to them, they understand our predicament, and they agreed on that 6,000. When it was time, even the 6,000 is, look at Commander here. Commander was having sleepless nights on the issue of 6,000, on the issue of the figure. He summoned courage, called meeting with Mr. President, and we collectively agreed that, okay, let's tell them what is happening and what should be done. We gave them a reviewed figure of 4,000. They agreed. They graciously agreed again. Now, having that figure, that is where I want to please plead with our members to please have trust in those whom you put forward the leadership position. Because sometimes you give people responsibility, they will go and bargain on your behalf, and still people will have doubt on the issue. Not only doubt, they will begin to be spreading fake news about the whole project, either knowingly or unknowingly. Why? Because this one will tell you, we how many, this price is too much, this one. But Alhamdulillah, when that 4,002 was not feasible, we again wrote to them, had meeting with them in the night, during the day. They agreed at 2,000. From 8,000 to 2,000. Because the commercial manager and the TSA were determined to break into this market. They brought down the fare, which actually helped a lot of travel agencies to even have their ticket on other airlines reduced. In the beginning, even the scheduled carriers were quoting something about 3 million. It was the entry, as Mr. President highlighted, it was the entry of Fulai Adil that broke the camel's back. That competition gave them the serious so please, we need I just have a very important information that Fulai Adil has included Nigeria in its own destination. Everybody can check that. I think that can check the website and see. Yes, the Fulai Adil has included Nigeria in their own destination.
And it was the effort of this leadership when with that time I think a lot of negotiations they coming to back and they agree, they have seen the sincerity, they have seen everything. So please, what we are pleading with our members is always have confidence. Confidence in your leadership. Confidence in people you have trusted. They will never, at least the people that I know, will never go and undercutting on your behalf. Or their own personal benefits. In fact, that figure has to be just even less than 1,000, and they agreed. Yes, they agreed. They reduced price, they reduced because they are determined to come to Nigeria, and alhamdulillah, they were full of the same when we went to do that. They say, since they are breaking into the market, they are ready to come. Senior people at the high table to give their own contributions. We'll do the message from the high table Saturday, the ninth item on the agenda. One of our BOT members, Alhaji Aliyu Aminu, Managing Director of London for Travel, would like to say something.
Inspiring remarks and speeches from our colleagues in line with promotion of the program association. What is the view? What is the position of AHUON? What is improving our business? Well, there is nothing one can say or to add or what has happened, what we have said, rather than to sum it into positive objectives. All what we have said today is what actually we as BOT is speaking at, what improving the very lot. If you look at the definition of the association that has just been given by the barrister, that it is an association. But this association also requires us to be able to understand what are our responsibilities, individual responsibilities, so as to be able to make it a formidable association. Because an association is characterized by its membership. And its membership is also recognized by the public of how professional or how ethical it is. So all what we are trying to say is how can we improve AHUON towards achieving two goals. One, how can AHUON be recognized legally at the national level? Because whatever we have to do to improve AHUON, we have to be able to look for people that can trust us and public can say yes. They recognize AHUON as a body that can handle Hajj, irrespective of whether it is international Hajj or the world Hajj. Because our aim is not just to operate international Hajj, as we all know. Because it's an agent, so it's only travel, it's only be able to accommodate international Hajj. There is nothing like international Hajj as far as I'm concerned. Because Hajj is Hajj, and we all carry Nigerians. International Hajj pilgrims are not different from the rest of the other pilgrims that travel from the state. So why should our pilgrims be identified as international Hajj? just like any other Nigerian passenger traveling. But because we have accepted and we have also been recognized as only an agent that only can section of passengers that travel on free international flights. That's why we are being termed as agents of international passengers. But what is the aim of AHUON? What is the object? AHUON is a body, is to be able to carry passenger irrespective whether it's an international passenger or whether it's a government-sponsored passenger. Why should we be relegated only to international passengers? Somebody has said in one of the papers that there is nobody, I think it's the BP, who said there is nobody who knows how to handle hard operation other than the travel agent. We have just defined ourselves. So why should we allow our own core responsibility to a third party? Why? Because I will give you the answer. Because first of all, we don't take our business very important. We consider ourselves as touts, or as at least whatever I can get, let me just get it and keep quiet. And that's how we have been termed. And that's why, in fact, even the public doesn't look at us as a formidable association or a formidable body that can rely itself with the courage of their passengers, either be it at the state level or be it even at individual level. Because even some individual passengers also are always very skeptical in which agent they are going to travel with. Why? Because not all agents are as professional as others. Not all professionals are as competent as others. Not all agents are honest in their operations. So there is these discrepancies among us that if we do not put ourselves together, to make ourselves like the other speakers have said, to come together, to unify ourselves, and also consider this profession as an ethical profession. Ethical in the sense that it is religious activities as well. So if we know that we do this as a religion, it means it is ibadah. And if we take it as an ibadah, then there is no need for you to be able to fear, because you are going to do it because Allah is looking at you. And Allah will definitely judge whatever you do. When you have that fear in your heart, that you'll be able to carry this passenger to the best as you can, according to the best opportunity that you have. You don't have to fear. So anyway, not to talk much, what I'm trying to say is that all what we're trying to do is to achieve two things. One, we have been talking about constitution, I've been talking about act. How can AHUON become a formidable association in Nigeria under whatever act you can call it, be it act under an AHUON or be it act an independent act that will now make AHUON legally recognized both by government and also by the public. So this is the work that the Constitutional Drafting Committee should please be able to look at. Where do we go wrong in our Constitution? So we have to reform our Constitution to be able to make us recognized by the government as an entity, as a formidable entity, that the government can rely on us to organize and operate Hajj without any interference from anybody. Because at the end of the day, if it is AHUON that knows best in handling Hajj operation, why should we do it? Why should we have a competitor like NACON? After all, NACON is not an entity. It is a group of some civil servants that were brought in to take, and they are given some power. But this power was somehow sidelined because they have improved, they have actually encroached on the actual responsibilities that they are initially given. And they become, instead of regulator, as we have been saying, they have now become also a regulator stroke operator. So that is 2-in-1, and that is wrong. And we as the BOT were trying actually to make sure that that is separated. And we are doing our best with so many examples, not only in Nigeria, but also that we have mentioned Malaysia, we have mentioned Indonesia, we have mentioned India and Pakistan. Because majority of the passengers in those countries don't go through any government agency. They go directly through the travel agents. So one objective about the reform AHUON has to make is to make sure that our constitution and whichever act that we may have should be able to recognize AHUON as a body, as a formidable body, and as a professional body that can be relied on by both government and public. Number two, objective for the reform. Whichever reform we want to make, that's what I'm trying to say. Irrespective of whether it's rational, whether it is just ethic, but the reform must be able to, because it is our business that must be looked at. So at the end of the day, what is the bottom line? How much passenger you carry? How much profit can you make? Legally possible. So what we are trying to say is that we should focus ourselves towards organizing and operating Philippines, whether irrespective of whether from the state or from the international. We should be able to take over the responsibility of Hajj carriage and Umrah carriage in Nigeria without any interference from anybody, from any other organization. So, but how can we do this? That is the reform has to be done. But at the end of the day, the objective of this organization is to be able to be the sole carrier of any food to Saudi Arabia or any body for Hajj and for Umrah. But at the end of the day, even now, look at the number of pilgrims that we are carrying when we come to unite ourselves, when we come to sort of merger. So that when you carry maybe as an agency, you are giving maybe 500 passengers. You can see that even at your own local rate, you are more comfortable, you make more money, you are less at peace, you are more at peace than when you have maybe less rich passengers. To carry all the way to Saudi Arabia, and at the end of the day, the same, you go through the same hazard for the same party who takes maybe about 200 passengers or more. So the idea of that is if we can unite ourselves to carry at least maybe 1/3 or 2/3 of the Nigerian people, irrespective of whether they are state or from their individual section, we should be able to understand that AHUON is formidable and can do this business without necessarily. So if you are looking for an act that will remove NACO from being an operator, then what is the alternative? We have to ask ourselves. So it's not just asking them to stop operating. How are we going to handle it? And how we are going to handle it depends on our ability to look into ourselves and organize ourselves and to be able to become professionally trained in such a way that all of us can be trusted by the public and can be trusted also by the government. So those are the two things I would like us to understand. Number one is the reform has to look at our acts to be able to make our constitution legally and to be able to recognize AHUON as an entity, legal entity. Number two, we have to make sure that our business does not just end only on international passengers. Our aim is to be able to be the sole carrier of all pilgrims, either for Hajj or for Umrah. That we don't want any competition that will come and interfere with our operation. So these are the two objectives that I want us to do. So that whatever reform, these are the two things good at the BOT are looking at. So that we are able also to share this with everybody. That is the objective. That is the objective of the executive, the president. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So that the forward towards these two objectives. So at the end of the day, these are the two objectives we are coming to. Act to make us formidable. So to harmonize all our operations in one, rather than just AHUON for just international passengers, but AHUON for passengers to Saudi Arabia for the whole country. So that's what thank you very much.
Any other question? Alaja Amare Fofula, the Vice President, Lagos.
I would very much my father was elected duty. Thank you, sir. The president. My father that took last. Our president. President of our and all members of NEC, our brothers and sisters in the house, and particularly our sisters over there. Alhamdulillah that we have so we want to do another for me. So, permit me to stand on. I will speak out, please. Thank you, sir. Permit me to stand on the existing protocols duly established. We want to appreciate Kano Zone for this beautiful outing. We are happy to be amongst you because it's like we are in our second home, another home. You know, we have three. We have Kano Zone, we have Abuja Zone, we have Lagos Zone. So we are in our second home, inshallah. Reform is important and it will continue to exist, just like our speakers, people speaking in the morning have said. We cannot be doing things the same way and we expect different results. It is not possible. So there are bound to be reforms. And when there is reforms, you see changes will occur. And even in the Quran, the Almighty Allah, I've been trying to remember that part of the Quran. Maybe we are in the city of Al-Fas, where Allah said He will not change the position of people. You see now, the president has taken it. He will not change the position of people until they change what is in them. And I will tell you, just like other speakers said too, nobody is going to do it for us. We have to do it ourselves. We have to own the situation and do the right thing. So it is about us. It is about having trust in each other, doing what is right at all times. They played all those things out. We talk about collaboration. It has got to say whether we like it or not. But how do we do it rightly? So that at the end of the day, there will be no issues. What are the things that are normally the issue? Is the issue of trust? I don't know what this organization will do. I don't know how they are going to handle my figures. I don't know whether they are going to do it right. Even this last one we did, yes, it was successful, but we have issues with some agents reported that, oh, this person did not do us right. But if you sit down and look at yourselves, look at people of the same minds, look at people that your vision and your mission look alike when you talk about the different countries, I'm sure we will work together very well and everything will be perfect, inshallah. So it's part of what we are going to, we should look at it. We must remember that integrity and professionalism, we cannot overplug it. Integrity is important. Professionalism, they've given us things just like they said. And permit me to say it, when it comes to look at the issue of England. And in this area, we when we talk about, visas, things are not doing well. They've been Kano, they've done this, they've done that. We really need change. Yeah, we need to change. Let's sit down. You don't have to cut corners. You don't have to do things wrongly before you make it. You don't have to do that. If you know your onions and you are able to do what is expected of you, you can still make your trillions. You can make your money without doing that which is bad. So please, for Allah's sake, enough of this bad name that we heard people call us. AHUON has come to stay, and things are changed. It's changing for the better, and it will continue to change. But we all have a role to play. We all have to do a bit to ensure that that good name is not spoiled. And it's about coming together and work as a team, being a team player, believing in our leaders, just like they told us, and everything will come out well. Now we have said flyer this is going to be our career, chosen by AHUON. So from now on, this is the time to begin the preparation. How can we make do? What are we going to do to ensure that that will not fail? Because it will not be all the 3 zones. How do we do it so that at the end of the day, every member will be happy? But using flyer D, it has to be for all of us to decide. It's not something that the next or an individual or the president will do, or the BOT. We thank God that the BOT is solidly behind us, and they are also taking ahead what we can do. So, and the next is seriously working. They are working seriously. And the executives of the different zones. But we need your commitment. We need your support. We can't be doing things and we look at the back and you are not there for us. So you must be there. You must be there for us at all times. And Allah will help us. So let's work as a team, and inshallah, everything will work out well. So, and the gap between the elderly and the old, we should find a way to bring that gap. And the young ones, let's respect them, let's give them their dues, and the elderly ones you are please embrace us and continue to guide us. Please don't be tired. Sometimes do this day, please don't be tired of us, inshallah, and we are going to deliver by Allah's mercy. Thank you so much. We are happy to be here. Thank you so much.
The next person to speak to the gathering is the Deputy President Umara Alaja Abdulaziz Sabiti Muhammad, Managing Director Arab
Once again, Mr. President, I have a commission because I want to talk in English and later on translate, summarize in Hausa. Thank you, sir. First of all, I would like to draw our attention, which I believe each and every one of us knows the current situation that we are facing and what we are feeling concerning the human rights. Last year, by the end of the Ramadan, we were placed on a quota system, which resulted to a lot of people not even travel to Mona. And to our dismay again, at the beginning of this station, we are displaced together with some other countries on that system, quota system, which is causing a lot of problems for our business in China. So, after a series of investigations, to find out the reason why they have been placed in this situation is there are history of overstayers from Nigeria. And secondly, we used to procure Umrah visas and keep them for a long time to couple the validity. And let me draw your attention again. The Saudi Arabian system is automatically changed. It's controlled by itself the way they started it. So therefore, that's why we started facing this kind of problem. So at this juncture, I would like to appeal to each and every one of us, as what other speakers have already spoken, that we have to be serious on our business. We have to abide by the rules and regulations of the Saudi Kingdom, in as much as we want to continue in this business. And at the same time, we are out with some little suggestions. We have been talking about consolidation, coming up together. But now the time has come. If we mean what we are saying, what is the right time? Then, number two, because of time, it's prayer time. Number two, I would like to draw your attention again that AHUON is now, we are now going to review the membership. We want to identify who are our members, because we cannot continue like this. Many people here, they have been into the business, but they are not members of AHUON. So we cannot achieve our aim and objectives without knowing who we are. So we have to know ourselves. And we have to believe in ourselves. In a nutshell, this is what I'm going to say. Assalamu alaikum. Zan ɗan yi saurara da ɗan abin da da Hausa saboda wasu sun fahimta mun da zan kamar da kowa ya sani, a halin muke ciki yanzu mun samu kan bawa wani mawuyacin hali na ishu visa. Kamar da kowa ya sani, mun samu kanmu a lokacin Ramadan ta wuce aka samu makuta system ɗin nan. To amma yanzu abin mamaki sai gashi an fara umara kuma an fara makuta system ɗin. Wannan abin yana mai muka ɗan jinduwa muka ce me dalili. Abin da muka gano shine akwai issue da ba Najeriya kaɗai ba ce ba, akwai issue na overstayers. Saboda a yanzu abin da nake gamu the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia ba su da confidence on Nigeria. They don't have confidence on us. Of so many issues that happen. Kuma sannan mutanen mu suna buga visa, su ajiye visa nan saboda kawai sun ga validity ɗinta. Wanda kuma su ba suke so. Kowa ya sani ba sai an tsara dogon bayani. Ko a takaice lokaci ya zo da za mu tattara kanmu wuri guda mu san abin da ya kamata mu in dai da gaske muke. Sannan abu na biyu, kamar yadda na faɗa, akwai mutane da yawa wanda ba member ɗinmu ba ne, kuma kungiya ba ta tafiya ba sai da membobin da na ainihi. Musu barka nake kiran mutanen mu to Allah da annabi duk wanda ya san ba member bane ya zo ya perfect din membership ɗinsa, saboda za mu fara review din membership. A takaice a ƙarshe nake miƙa godiya ta musamman ga dukkanin shugabannin tafiya kuma wanda suke ba mu haɗin kai a koda yaushe. Allah ya saka lafiya.
Kabin na rashin Allah ba ya so. Allah ba ya so.
For this explanation and this speech. Let me quickly also recognize the presence of National Treasurer of NANTA, and the immediate past Vice President of NANTA. You are welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Membership updates. We have a lot of members, but maybe not more than half, or about half, are financially operational. I think that is the postulation of the Mara. Please, we need every member to update his status from the active to financially up-to-date member, so that you can empower the association to carry out the responsibilities placed in them. If a company, or if NANTA, or if AHUON members can sustain the complete operations of NACON, I see no reason why we should not empower our association. The about 40 companies that carry our 16,000 pilgrims to Hajj this year in 2024 gave the NACON a bonus of about 2.4 billion naira. Yes, 16,000 pilgrims. If you do the arithmetic by only $100 per pilgrim, at even 150,000 naira for $100, just do the arithmetic, you will see you just dash NACON about 2.4 billion naira. Yes. We sustain their operation completely. Their escort, their everything. So we should please support our association to function effectively and efficiently. Any other, okay. The Oga at the top would like to say something here. The Deputy President Hajj would like to say something. I'd like to hear Mohammed. You have the floor, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mr. President, our BOT members, my ESCO, please, Mr. President, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. I would like to thank our members for the cooperation and understanding they are given to us. Because I can beat my chest and say that it is because of this cooperation that we achieve what we have achieved. That we are able to achieve what we have achieved.
This is a very quick announcement. A Kia car with the registration number KMC 33. Kia car. Who has this Kia car with the registration number KMC 33? Please, his attention is ordered to be needed at the parking lot.
So, yanzu ne kuma muke son wannan ƙarin haɗin kan. Mr. President, I'm sorry, I will mix my this thing with Hausa, if you don't like. If you permit me to. The cooperation we are having, gaskiya shi ne yake ƙara ƙarfafa mu wurin abubuwan da muke yi, wurin nasarori da muke samu. Wannan haɗin kan yanzu ne kuma muke da buƙatar shi sosai, because National Hajj Commission have started advertising for next year's Hajj, which sun fito da sanarwar cewa suna buƙatar a fara apply, kuma mafi karancin abin da za a bayar as security deposit shine miliyan 50. Miliyan 50. So I want you to know, yes, sun ɗauke mu ba mu san abin da muke yi ba, shi yasa suke irin wa'annan abubuwa. Mu duba baya, shekaran da ya wuce, kamfanoni 150 da wani abu suka nemi allocation. Kowane kamfani sai da ta sayi form na 300,000 non-refundable a wannan 150 da wani abu. suka tantance guda 110. 110 nan kowace sai da ta bada naira miliyan 1 a matsayin license fee. License in the duration of the license is just 4 months or 3 months for 1 million naira. 1 million naira. So they generated about 110 million naira. When the auditor kasa ba zai iya auditor those a kai ba, because it's not given from the government coffer. Bayan nan kowane kamfani sai da ta bada naira miliyan 25 a matsayin caution deposit. Naira miliyan 25 so 110 zai baka naira biliyan 2 da miliyan 750. Biliyan 2 da biliyan 750 aka ɗauka muka basu. Ga president, our former president, when we are discussing about this thing, he was furious to the NACON chairman, challenging him. Why should they remove this kind of money from circulation, from the economy? Which is gaskiya ne. Ya za ka cire biliyan 2, ka cire shi out of circulation, ka ije shi kawai. Wannan zai affect wasu kasashe ma iya karya su. Amma bai dauki abin da gaske ba, haka suka karɓi. Har yanzu da nake magana nan ba na tunanin akwai kamfani ɗaya da suka dawo mashi da miliyan 25 ɗansa. Ba na tunani. Yanzu kuma sun zo ba su dawo da, akwai wa'anda har yanzu ba su dawo musu da miliyan 5 ɗinsu ba na shekarar ta wuce da 2022. Banda wa'ansu reforms da ba su da iyaka, da wa'ansu ma masu kamfanonin sun rasu ba dawo musu da shi ba, so it cannot be traced. Ana haka. So kira na anan abin da san ce muna son ƙarin haɗin kan nan is that now da suka yi wannan advertisement, we are pleading with our members to wait a little. Let us not apply. Mu tsaya mu samu stand tukuna from us, and the ESCO will take a stand towards that. Mun ga abubuwan da ke tafiya a cikin kamfanoni ɗarin gwamnatin nan, ba kowanne yake da aiban ba kowanne aka buɗe mai buɗe ba, an ce guda 40 ne kawai. Sauran 70 sun yi majin. A cikin 40 ɗin nan kuma guda 37 ne kawai suka yi operating. So abin da nake cewa yanzu kuma ba mamaki su ƙara rage namba ɗin. To in ku har za a yi haka, wadda kowane zone za ta bayar, a haɗa kudin nan a yi grouping a ji a applying da wa'annan kamfanin. Wannan zai jawo da na hako da gane cewa lallai sai da mu za su yi numfashi. Kamar inda muka ce ne nan, wallahi kamar da malamu ne ce ko sai da tumatir da shekara 40 ya kamata a girmama. Bare mu wallahi association din nan namu ko kuma sana'ar nan tamu, wanda za ta iya nuna mata wani abu a inda muke taimaka ma a tattalin arziki na ƙasa, wallahi wa'annan sana'o'in ba su da yawa da za su kara da mu. To saboda haka ina roƙonmu Kano idan muka samu haɗin kai daga nan Kano, to wallahi duk Najeriya za a duk sauran zuwa za a. Muna roƙo don Allah a ba mu wannan haɗin kan, da yardan Allah za mu ci nasara. Da yardan Allah idan muka samu wannan haɗin kan. Abu na biyu shine yarda da junanmu. Tsarin Saudiya ya canja har a kuma nan mun gani. Yanzu kila a duk Najeriya kila bai wuce kamfani 10 zuwa 20 yanzu suke iya sa visa ba, wanda ba a kulle ba. Sun sa AI ne a cikin system ɗin nan nasu. It's automatic, artificial intelligence. It's automatic. Na umara din nan, it's automatic. Yes, sun yi wani abu a shekarar da ya wuce wanda sai in kana da hanya wa'ansu sun je sun gurɓata su. Kowane visa sai a ce za a ba mutum riyal 500 ko 1000. Don mun san visa a last Ramadan an yi ta kan 2 million naira visa only. Ko ba haka ba? To yanzu wannan abin ya sa su Saudiyan sun mai da tsarin umra na system ya zama computerized kawai. Akwai artificial intelligence attached to it. Idan an baka allocation guda 400, in kai visa guda 400, mutane 100 ne suka shiga, zai block ɗinka. Zai ce sai 50% sun shiga. Idan 50% sun shiga, zai nuna maka zai tike ce yanzu you are active. Da zai ce you are inactive. To idan 50% sun shiga zai ce maka you are active, but you cannot apply. In kai loading passport, kasa zai fito maka ya ce the allocation for this kaza kaza has been exceeded. Why? 50% sun shiga, but say 70% of that 50% sun fito. I hope we are getting. The system when I calculated say 70% of the 50% saying exited. So then you will be able to get another visa. But the issue here is when you are reading Misali at 50% and you have 65% sun fito. Abin da ya faru da ni. Ina murna 65% sun fito. 65.4% sun fito. So I'm just waiting for 4.5% su fito. Unfortunately, sai jirgin Saudi ya tashi, sai akwai mutane na guda 25 a ciki, sai suka shiga. Suna shiga, sai wannan percentage 65.5% sai ya dawo 40.8%. Minita ta ƙara tsawo. You understand what I mean? Minita ta ƙara tsawo. To haka system ɗin da yake aiki. So say 50% kuma of the number that are inside now sun fito. So this is the logic. Meaning we must have to do this thing in group. In group. The era of somebody coming to you, I want only visa. And I will not go tomorrow with my, you have, let's say, number of 30 people going with an airline today. She, for a reason, there's nothing. I will not go today, I will just go tomorrow or next tomorrow. Or he will not even tell you when he is going. To don Allah mu yi kokari ina gidan in muka samu wannan haɗin kan wallahi billahi za mu ci riba, za mu fi macin riba a harkar wallahi. Kuma yarda da juna nan da nake kira, look, whatever God has destined, mun san haka nan ga kakanninmu da iyayen, whatever God has destined for you to get before you die, you must get it. Aka ce rabonka ya fi saurin zuwa fiye da ajalanka. Ko ba haka ba? So da wannan nake cewa Allah ya ƙara ba mu haɗin kai, Allah ya taimake mu. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Deputy President. The National Publicity Secretary will have a message pass. Yes. Araja Mansura.
You can see that I am coming in with smile. You don't know what prompted that. I'm afraid because I observed that it is when Hausa is spoken that we gain so much attentiveness. And I can't speak Hausa. How do we handle that now?
Go ahead.
Am I permitted? Thank you so much. So my mind is at rest now that you listen to me. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol with a little modification because I want to send a special regard or appreciation to our elders here. They have been doing it underneath and they are present today
also added more to their plate. I appreciate you so much, sir. Thank you. Our VP, Alhaji Haruna, has been talking so much about you that you have always been their backbone, and anytime they call on you, regardless of the age and the service you have rendered so far, you are never tired. We appreciate you. And let me say this, maybe you don't know, Alhaji Haruna, the VP, he has been representing this zone very well. He has been doing very well. Yes, he has been doing very well, and other representatives from this zone too. Alhaji Sabitu and our powerful CBM man, the financial secretary. He has never failed us. They have been providing us what it takes to move us ahead. I want to appreciate them especially. Please, they have been reporting to us that you have cooperated so much in this zone. Each time we have an issue at the national level, and we are afraid of saying, how do we convey this to our members? Kano will say, don't worry about my people. They always cooperate. Thank you for this. And we solicit for this more and more. Now, we have been accused that we don't have enough publicity of our own programs. But you agree with me that since the completion of 2024 Hajj, even our publicity have gone viral to the extent that you can agree with me that by now we are achieving more and more with that. We recognize that social media is the order of the day, and we are trying to move with it. On this end, I would like to tell you here that we are present on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We are working on our WhatsApp. We are working on national platform for WhatsApp because we want to scrutinize our members. You can hear our people, almost everybody mention professionalism. We don't want to do it anyhow. We want the bona fide members of this AHUON to be on that platform. And we recognize that we must do that carefully so that we don't just put anyhow people on the good platform. Very soon we'll get that. We have our PR committee, the National PR Committee, in which each of the zone is well represented. So we promise that CV and newsletter for AHUON will still come on board. So, with your cooperation, we know we can go far and have that formidable team that we have been aspiring for, that we have been clamoring for, and I pray that Almighty Allah will assist us. Last but not the least, my fear when I was coming in was that I will not meet any lady here, because that has always been the news that Kano people, they don't allow women, they don't allow their women to do anything, No, it's not. Now, it is not like that because I met my people here. I want to appreciate you for that. Yes, I appreciate the women in the house, and I encourage them for full participation. Please allow them. You will agree with me that throughout the world, we have women representatives in every sectors. And you agree with me that where we have Muslim ladies, Muslim women, they represent us well. They serve as a good ambassador to the Muslim society. So in that regard, I will try to please plead on us to be stronger. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, National Police Secretary. Due to the
time, you will see that almost 3 p.m. and we haven't prayed. We'll only allow one person from the audience to say something. Okay, okay. The National Legal Officer would like.
What I would like to talk about is the issue of constitutional amendment. Alhamdulillah, we have started something, and the zones have started collating memoranda from the members. Inshallah, I promise you, our BOT members here, even in Lagos, the BOT members that spoke in Lagos, as if maybe you had a meeting. You almost spoke the same thing. Inshallah, we do work on the constitution. The another issue that I want to talk of is the issue of quackery in the association. Many people have said that we should be united, professionalism and the rest. I want to throw a challenge to the BOT. Honestly, I don't know how the BDCs, they did their own. Before you become a member of BDC, you must have a common certificate before the CBN will recognize you. We have made a presentation to NACON on this issue. We were talking about the issue of freedom of speech, freedom of association, but you are a regulator, and the Act has given you the right to bring out criteria that we use to regulate the industry. So I would like to create a challenge to the DOT, please, being elders, to please use your connection, maybe to the Senate, House of Reps, so that this issue can also be incorporated in the Act. That before anybody can register, you must have a certificate from the AHUON. It's doable. We can do it. We can do it. Okay. I'll try. The issue of people being, calling for meetings and the rest. My data community here, we are witness with. I've been a member of them for a very long time. This business, this association is different from any other association. Because this association, we are all directors. In MBA, we have limits, we have time which you can talk, we have hierarchy. But this business, everybody is director. Come and start talking to people to ask, I'm a director of my business. But all the same, we are moving forward. Honestly, we are moving forward. Inshallah, we get there by the grace of God. So that's what I have to say. My friend is translated in Hausa. I don't know, maybe. I'm sure all of us here.
I would like at this time, I would like to invite, I'd like to do a quick lecture, and now that travels to come and give us the closing prayers.
It was a very beautiful deliberations from all members, both from all the states across the federation, and the woman in the house too expressed their readiness to be assigned matter of also suffering. Actually, if this sector can organize itself, it can compete with its peers across the world. Islamic